All right, party people, we are back. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelsey, or, you know, welcome to my channel for the first time if this is your first time here. I run the lifestyle blog, Blondes and Bagels. And I know it's March 9th, so February is kind of long gone at this point, but I actually still did want to do a February favorites because I had some good items that I feel strongly about sharing with you guys. So a few of them, I only have 5 that I want to share. We'll keep it short and sweet. A handful of them are skincare, makeup, clothing, an accessory, and then we have like an actual lifestyle thing that I've been using. So yeah, let's talk about what I loved in Feb. All right, let's start with the beauty stuff first. I actually really want to talk about this palette. First, I will insert a photo of some makeup that I did, an eye look that I did wearing that palette on my Instagram. And straight up, you guys, so this is the Charlotte Tilbury, I'm trying not to blind you guys with the lights. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Eyeshadow Palette. I'm gonna be very, very real with y'all. It's $75, which is disgusting. It's disgusting, truly disgusting how expensive this is, and I hate that I'm recommending it, but I really am. It's that good. The quality of the shadows are there, the pigment is great, and I just absolutely love this color palette. Like, as you can see, it's just broken up into a bunch of like pink tones. It's just really well done, and I would say that like these colors here are the ones that I don't use as much, but overall I just get so much use out of all of the colors in here. It is thin enough for travel. The packaging is great. Honestly, like, I know Charlotte's expensive, but her stuff's really good. All right, so that is my makeup favorite for the month of Feb. But on to skincare, I actually want to talk about Elemis. And as a brand, I definitely talk about Elemis a lot on the blog and on Instagram, but they sent over not a new line. I've used their superfood line in the past. Their superfood face wash is hands down like in my top 3 favorite face washes of all time. It's $25. It gets you really nice and clean. It smells great, but not fragranced. Like, it doesn't smell like florally or like something you wouldn't want to rub on your face. It gets the job done at like a reasonable price point. So I really love the superfood line in general, but Elemis actually sent over 2 new products as part of the superfood line. So sort of like an extension. And one is they're all Cica based. Cica? Basically, like tiger grass is that plant, and it has like natural known healing properties. I think it's called tiger grass because tigers like rub up against it in the wild to heal wounds. So they have new products that are infused with that tiger grass. And the superfood face wash that I have used and loved for years at this point is like a gel based, versus this one it is foaming, which I say it with that tone because if you have dry skin, typically that's not something that you want to use, and I do have dry skin, but it's incredibly gentle, and I think that's why this has made the favorites list for me, because it is so gentle and again like still manages to get me fully clean without stripping my face of all its moisture. So I'm just really impressed with this as a foam cleanser. And then they also sent over, it's called a hydration juice again infused with that tiger grass. So this is very it's like it sounds. It is very juicy. It's like a gel kind of formula of a moisturizer, and I just like to use like a thin layer of this after cleansing my face. And I mean, it's not like a thick cream or anything, but again, for dry skin, these products have honestly worked really well, and they're at like a really reasonable price point, especially for being Elemis. Some of Elemis's stuff is pretty high up there on the price point, but both of these are reasonable. And again, I just think the superfood line, it blows me away every time. All right, let's talk about my one apparel item that I want to talk about. And unfortunately, I don't maybe have a picture of it. If I have a picture of myself wearing this, I will put it here for you guys. But this is a new Everlane sweater. It's like a crew neck. There you go. It's like this. So this is the Everlane Renew Plush Fleece. I have a few Everlane Renew products. Essentially, Renew is meant to be like their line of recycled apparel. It's made with recycled plastic bottles, basically. So there's like a certain number of plastic bottles that this was made out of. So it gets new life, which is really, it's a great concept, to be honest. But most of the Renew items that I already own, to be honest, are just not that like cozy or soft. They are a little bit more of like an outdoor fleece, is almost like how I would describe it. it, versus this is incredibly soft and cozy to the point where I'm like, I kind of don't want to wear it outside because it's like the indoors kind of cozy that you just want to wear inside. So yeah, I just honestly, like, I've been wearing it nonstop in the house. I think I wore it out for like one photo shoot and then I was like, we're just gonna lay in this forever. All right, this next thing is gonna be a little tough to show you guys, but I will try my best. And that is actually a tote bag I wanna talk about. I wanna be very clear, like I'm very committed to my more sustainable handbag brands. So Kuyana, Senrev, those types of brands. But I've been dying for the Dior book tote for forever. Like honestly, for a long time. Or the Saint Laurent, it's like the Rive Gauche, I'm not French, I'm really sorry. That tote. These canvas tote bags are really trending right now, but my issue is that I just don't think that those are going to survive. Like I don't think those are bags that in several years time will exist or be popular. I don't think they're gonna last. They're not classics is what I'm saying. So I really wanted a canvas tote bag, but before I was gonna like spend that much money on a designer one, I felt like I needed to find a dupe and not a counterfeit. I'm very anti-counterfeit. Counterfeit is essentially like it's a fake and they're illegal, and that means that they're not regulated how they're produced. So you could literally have children making your counterfeit bags. Not down for that. A dupe is something that is more design inspired by the original. And so I actually saw that Carly Chrisman, consider me influenced, had this Marc Jacobs bag called like the Traveler Tote or something. And again, it's gonna be hard to see and it's packed full of my work stuff right now because this is the bag I'm using this week. This big bad boy. I feel like I will do a blog post on the best Dior book tote dupe and maybe a video, so I'll dedicate some time to talk about this bag. But I did just want to say for I think it's like 175? Yes, for a $175 bag, a sub $200 bag, I'm impressed. And honestly, I think it has more pockets and a zipper top, which all these designer versions of these canvas totes don't have. I'm just really impressed by it. Like I've really enjoyed using it. It fits more than I think any of my other bags, maybe minus the Neverfull GM, but the Neverfull GM doesn't have a zipper on the top. So again, I just think that this is like a very functional bag. I've gotten a crazy amount of use out of it within the last month, and it's sort of like proved to me that like good dupes do exist. Like this feels like it's fulfilling a need for me. I don't even know if I have the same desire to get the designer version because I have this dupe that is so good. So yeah, that would have to be my handbag favorite. I think because it was more of just like a shocker, a surprise, you know? I think because it took me by surprise, that's why it's made the favorites this month. It just like, it's working for me. Okay, and then the last thing I want to talk about is not an item per se, it's actually Rosetta Stone. So if you guys watched my cognitive behavioral therapy video, y'all know that I am seeing a counselor, loving it. It's been really insightful. And she kind of was telling me that like people like me, I guess, I just know I get anxious when I'm a little bored and if I'm not stimulated. And I've always had a goal of being bilingual. I'm so envious that my husband is bilingual. I just didn't grow up with another language in the house. And so I have done Russian classes in the past at language schools. I did Rosetta Stone in the past, but I've picked it back up recently and they're offering, this is not sponsored by the way, I want to be very clear. They've never once reached out to me. They don't know who I am. This is not sponsored, but they have a really great deal right now where you actually can get a lifetime subscription to all the languages, which I don't even have. I paid for Russian ages ago and paid like the same amount that you can pay now to get a lifetime of every language. So I kind of got shafted on that. I got to reach out to their customer service to talk about it. But I just wanted to say, if you're somebody that's wanting to learn a new language, I think the price, it's like $2.99 for your entire life for all languages. I think that's a pretty good deal. I will say I feel strongly it's great for vocabulary. I've enjoyed it as like something else to do except, you know, other than mindlessly scroll social media. It's been nice to have something like educational to do for myself when I'm feeling a little bit restless. So I've really enjoyed picking it back up. It's great for vocab. It's not necessarily great for conversation. I kind of think that you need to have a tutor. I don't even know about classroom experiences anymore. I feel like in classrooms you don't get to speak that much versus like a one-on-one with a native speaker really works out. But anyway, I just wanted to say that the app they're doing a good deal right now. I'm enjoying it. I've loved doing it again. And I've really gotten into it over the last month. So just excited to hopefully make some progress on that bilingual goal by the end of the year. And I'm choosing Russian because those are the native speakers I have around me. So yes, I would like to learn Italiano, but we're gonna do the pierogi instead. Okay, that's it guys. That's it for my Feb favorites. Tell me what you think. Did you love certain items in the month of February? Tell me. Hopefully I get this video up before the end of March. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.